Um, Assalamu alaikum, Gambia. Good evening, esteemed viewers. This is Fine TV Gambia, your only viewpoint. We're happy to be back here on your platform, Fine TV Gambia, your only viewpoint. And this is your favorite show. This is on educational development, which comes your way to every Tuesday around this time. And I'm your host, Raki Jal. I'm very excited today to host a former pupil of mine, a former student of mine, that is up to big things that I feel there is a need to expose him. There is a need to sell out his agenda to the general public, for the Gambians to know him better, and for everybody to know what he's up to, and for the fact that he's contributing his quota into the development of the country. And I will let him introduce himself. I'm very sorry for my voice projection today because I'm struggling with it because of cold. But nonetheless, as I said, I have a former student of mine that I want you people to meet today, and he will get to introduce himself. Modou, Lamin, can you tell the viewers who you are, please?
Okay, Assalamu alaikum, Gambia. Assalamu alaikum to everyone watching. This is Modou, Sowe. As he said, I was a student, and today I'm here with her. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fine TV.
It's a pleasure.
Sure.
The pleasure is all ours.
Yeah.
We are super excited that you could make it here today.
Thank you. Thanks
on a
so
short
much.
notice, you could appear on the platform.
Yeah.
We would like to know who Modou Lamin is. I know who you are, but the general population do not know who you are. So please introduce yourself to the viewers.
Okay. I am Modou Lamin Sowe, youngster. Also, I'm a filmmaker, a CEO, a director, and also an actor. Yeah. I also lead a company as the managing director. That is a borehole drilling company. Yeah.
It's called Gambia.
Gambia, yeah. Sure.
Okay. So, as I said, it's a big pleasure to have you on the platform, Modou Lamin. This showcases people that contributes to the educational development of the country.
Sure.
It is dubbed issues on educational development, and for the fact that you are a teacher, that's why I deemed it necessary to showcase you here.
Yeah.
You are not only a teacher, but you are also a youth that is very pragmatic in other aspects that we will get into as the discussion goes on. But for the fact that you are a teacher, we would like to know what inspired you to be a teacher in the first place.
All right. Thank you so much for giving that question to me. I am inspired to be a teacher because of my dad, who is a teacher, though he is not rich. And then it's not the monetary aspect, but the kind of person he is and the contribution he's giving to the society. I can say when it comes to respect, he already earned it, because anywhere he goes to, people will call him Mr. Sowe, Mr. Sowe, and the respect is given to him by his students. So as a result of that, I also throw my concerns back to what teaching is. I decided to get myself involved. That is to change people's life, not to feel any other thing, but just to make sure you see somebody doing better tomorrow.
To impact in someone's life.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. Talking about Mr. Sowe, he was my mentor when I went to Kunkujankete as a trainee.
Sure.
He was my boss.
Yeah.
So if you say things about Mr. Sowe, I can add up one or two things to it. You know, he is that kind somebody that is always ready to give out his best to his peoples and to his counterparts, because I was a junior to him when I was newly posted at Kunkujankete, and I can attest to the fact that he has changed many lives.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah. So you got inspired into teaching by him, I know. And he inspired all of us to do our level best as well. So how did you find teaching? How do you find it? Is it something that you enjoy doing? Is it interesting? Is it something that is daunting, that is difficult? Or how do you find teaching?
Yeah, I can say teaching is a part of me. Apart from farming, the other activity I know is teaching. Because I started teaching from the time I don't know what the definition of being a teacher is. I can say he used to be like tired when he returned from school. So mostly he has some students that he normally take at home.
Yeah.
So I used to take them.
Okay.
So from there, then I started liking the teaching. Okay. And then it became part of my system. Even after graduating from school, I just joined the voluntary teaching. Yeah. And I can proudly say I've taught for almost 6 years in a school where I don't receive even a salary. Right. So it is something that I love doing, not because of the money. Yeah. And I can have many people that can attest to it because in that way I molded a lot of people that have changed their life. And I've convinced that the only way they can make it, not only in education, but education is one of the tools that can help them get to where they want to get to.
You're right.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's true. I can attest to that too, because knowing you and your interest in giving out your best. I've seen you on several occasions teaching people, that is students on extra classes.
Yeah.
I've seen that with my eyes. So I can attest to that fact that teaching is a passion for you.
Sure.
So you find it as a passion.
Oh yeah.
So, and they say pleasure in the job gives perfection to the work. Honestly. If you love what you're doing, you do it to your best.
Sure.
That is something that I know.
Yeah.
So you do acting as well as a side job.
Yes.
Why do you think it's necessary to do a side job?
All right. To me, it's not a side job, but it's the same thing I'm doing still.
Okay.
Because when you know what teaching is, acting is still teaching.
Okay.
It's a teaching aspect here. And it's one of the primary ways to teach people. Okay. Because realizing that many people are not reading books, but almost everybody is using the media. So I decided to get myself in that to make sure whensoever somebody is wrong, I portray it in my movies and dramas that people will be able to distinguish the right and the wrong. Yeah, so that's how I can just say it's not a side job. It's something that I realize that goes together. Yeah. Because I mostly don't even call it acting. I call it preaching.
Preaching.
Yeah, because acting nowadays should be preaching for us as youngsters. That is to make sure we visualize the occasions to the people.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, that is to say, you using the acting as a tool for change, as a tool for reform.
Sure.
Like to change the odds that you see around.
Honestly.
That you think can be showcased through the media.
Yeah.
And you capture them as your stories.
Sure.
Interesting. Yeah. So, what inspired you into the acting?
Yeah, I got this inspiration when I opened my eyes. I noticed that the generation we are is a media generation. Yeah, so in order to get what I want as a preacher is to get through acting. This is why sometimes I bring in comedy to make sure I put in what people should learn from. And when it comes to bringing serious play, I also portray the serious play to make sure that people will learn from that serious play. So through that, I got that inspiration. And then I decided to say, this is a way out. Not considering the money, because everybody knows how difficult it is for youngsters in this country, especially if you choose acting as a career.
Yes.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a big inspiration there.
Yeah.
You're right about the fact that we live in a media generation, because everybody is into media, especially the social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's into the social media. So the fact that you can bring to light those things that you think can be of reform or can bring about change into the society on the media for people to follow, is something that is to be commended.
Sure.
You should keep it up.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
You should keep that up, because the youngsters, that especially the people that are growing up, this generation, this younger generation, they look so much into the media, and it's a big part of their life, I would say.
Yeah.
So if there is anything that will come there for them to see and try to make change in their lives or learn from, it should be something that should be encouraged.
Yeah, honestly.
It should be something that should be encouraged, especially for the fact that you bring about topics that will make them see things as they are. They see the wider world as a how do you call it, a global village. They see the odds of the society and try to learn from the odds in it and then try to make change. Yeah, that is something that needs to be commented there.
Sure.
Now, Young Stars Movie Production.
Yeah.
I guess you're the boss there. You are the CEO.
Yes, I'm the CEO.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as the CEO of Young Stars Movie Production, can you tell us about Young Stars?
All right. Young Stars Movie Production is a platform created for youngsters, and then is a place where we nurture youngsters who are interested in acting and directing, filming, and everything that entails acting as far as our level reaches. So it's just a platform for the youngsters in a nutshell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is, you groom young talent into acting.
Yes.
Like that is to say, anyone that is interested in acting, if they come to you and you see to it that they have the thing in them, you can help them realize their dreams in acting.
Yeah. I used to say this when I started it newly with my friend Mr. Adam Aminte. I used to say this is a platform that unlock talents. Because we believe that every human being is talented. But some people, they might have the talent without knowing it. They just need somebody who pushes them to the ground to show it, and then they pick it up from there. Yeah.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
The talent might be there sleeping in the person.
Honestly.
Unless and until you unleash it, you wouldn't know that you're talented in that facet.
Good.
Yes. So, for the fact that you are the CEO of Youngsters, you do your productions, right? You do your directings as well.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, in some cases, if there are things that are unavoidable, you have to do the acting as well.
Yeah.
So how do you juggle them? That's something that I was worried about.
How do
you juggle them? Like, how do you do all of them?
Yeah. You see, like, I am very happy with the team I have right now. There are people who are very willing and humble, pertaining to my age. They don't mind. And then I decided to categorize all of them in different areas in which they will be handling, and then I'll be like overseer
of everything.
So even myself, if I'm supposed to act, I need somebody to be behind the camera to tell me what is good, what is right and wrong.
Yeah.
So that helps me to make it easy. That is the teamwork. Nobody there pretends to know all or knows all. But whenever you are at the right where somebody else gives an idea, you try to look into the property and see where it's something that helps. So when it helps, you just do that.
Yeah, that's a good leadership quality there. Yeah. Because you cannot be a one-man show.
Sure.
Yes, you give the devil its due.
Yeah.
Like everybody has their roles to play in your team. That is to say, when you are even to be the actor there, somebody needs to direct you. Somebody needs to tell you this is right or this is wrong.
Yeah.
So that is to say, you're not like the demigod there.
Honestly, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very good. That's a very good leadership value that you have there.
All right. Thank you.
As a manager, because I know you are a manager of a company called Gum Drills.
Yeah, Gum Drill.
Yes, it's a company that drills boreholes for people. So, what are the activities that your work entails in Gum Drills?
All right. My work as a manager or the managing director for Gum Drill, I have a general manager whose name is Aliu Jallo. Yeah. As a general manager, he takes care of the field. That is mostly I work with official, like let's say paperwork and the like. But then it goes to the extent where we don't both feel that this person is general manager or this person is the managing director. When there's work, we go there and join the workers and work with them. When there are paperwork too, we come together to do it. So I just found it very easy to do that. And I think it's all because of with the help of my CEO. He met me through the acting. So he decided to give me a whole company to take care of. So with this, the words he told me when I was starting with him are the words he still kept. That is, I am not going to distract your acting. I know you are a CEO like me. So when it comes to your acting, whenever you need to do something, just go on.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it, and then I'm going to give you my 100% support. Not long ago, just 2 days ago, he was telling me the same thing. He was reminding me the words he told me when we started. So I'm not getting it difficult, and I enjoy being there with them, working with them all the time, honestly. Yeah.
That's very good. That's a selfless boss you have there.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, because he sees to it that you can also do things on your own. Yeah, it doesn't have to be him all the time.
Sure.
That whenever you need your time for your own thing, you can also do your thing.
Yeah, he's not even around. He's not in the country.
Yeah.
He's in Sweden.
Okay.
But then he decided to say, let me do something in my country that the youth might be able to grab on and then do something. So he's a person.
It's a form of empowering the youth.
Yeah, honestly. Honestly.
So he also needs our commendation.
Sure.
Because if everybody that is outside was doing that, the Gambia would have been better. It would have been at another level.
Sure.
Because we have so many Gambians abroad that can give back to the country in whatever little way they can. Like this man has done to buy the drilling equipment and all that. And then has empowered youths like you and others. To be engaged in that at your own time.
Almost 10 of us.
You see?
Yeah.
That's a way of empowering the youth. Because those youths will not say, I'm jobless.
Honestly.
Yeah,
honestly.
They wouldn't sit around and say, I'm jobless. They have a job.
Yeah.
So that's very good.
I'm always thanking him for that.
Yes.
Because he's a kind of person that should inspire others.
Yeah, he should. That's what I said.
Yeah.
He should. He's that person that the rest of the other Gambians, I'm not saying that they are not doing anything.
Sure.
But if all Gambians were doing like he is doing and others are doing, the Gambia would have been a better place.
Honestly.
Yeah, he's doing wonders by doing that, by empowering our youth, like almost 10 of you. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah. And that will make us jump to the next question. That is, what advice would you give to unemployed youths?
Yeah.
You are a youth, I know.
Yeah, I am.
You are interacting with a lot of youths in your acting, at the school, and at gam drills. But there are youths still out there that sits there and say, Gambia kai, don't go to that.
Sure.
So what advice do you tell them?
Yeah, my advice to them is, blames won't bring any food on your table. And then you cannot be sitting at a place thinking of something that can help you grow. As a youngster like myself, I wouldn't say there is no work in this country, honestly.
Yeah.
If you go for it, you have it. You must be creative enough.
That is what I wanted to hear from you.
Yeah, you must be very creative enough to get things for yourself. No matter how small it is, just make sure, just think about this.
Give it a try.
Yeah, give it a try. Do not stay a full day without doing something that earns you a living.
Sure.
Not in discriminative form, but then make sure it is in a youngsters activities. Like, you must be very hardworking.
Sure.
I used to tell this to my student in school. That is, if you are able to beat all your friends, having a high mark, I think you must be able to create a job for them.
Sure.
So every youngster out there, just take 30 minutes of your time and think about, what can I do to make sure it helps me grow, and other people will also join me. This is how I came up with the youngsters and other things that I've. Yeah. Honestly, that's my advice for them. Let them try to be creative and then to think of something to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is it. That is it. Let them not just be idle-minded.
No.
If you're idle-minded, you will not do anything productive.
Sure.
You have to think positive and then not be idle.
Yeah.
And think of growth, as you said.
Sure.
Yes, growth is important in
very, very important.
In every youth, in every person. You don't have to be a youth. Growth is important in everybody's life.
Yeah.
Because it's only growth that can secure your future.
Honestly.
Because if you don't grow and you're stagnant at one place, your future will be dark. You know it or not.
Yeah.
You have to move on for you to have a brighter future.
Honestly.
That is how you guarantee your future.
Yeah.
So that's a good advice that you've given there to the youth that sit out there and say there is no employment in the country. You have to create the employment yourself, like you have done.
Yeah.
By creating the youngsters, you've created an employment for some people.
Honestly.
Yes. By going ahead with the gum drills as well. It's another creation of employment for young people.
Sure.
So sitting out there and saying there is no employment is no excuse.
It's not an excuse. There's something I want us to look at properly.
Yeah.
When the father is wrong, and the kids notice that the father is already wrong, you don't need to fold your hands and say, my father is wrong. Yeah. Then you bring the big chaos. I think if your father is wrong, you notice he's wrong. Yeah. Try to see how best to bring in the correct, not disrespectively, but to save your life.
You're right.
The country is at a stage where people jobs are not created for youngsters.
They're not.
But just try to do it yourself.
Yes.
Don't blame them. Let them do whatsoever they are doing. That is them. Tomorrow they carry the same load.
Burden, yeah.
But then if you help yourself today, you get the benefit tomorrow.
So
That's it.
That's
and it's a
correct.
proof of it. It's a proof. Every youngster can do the same.
Correct. That's very correct.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you on that 100%. That for the fact that you see the wrong and you abiding by the wrong, you didn't make any right.
Sure.
Right. Like when you see something that is going astray, you don't have to follow that thing that will lead you astray too.
No.
So if something is leading you astray, you make a U-turn.
Perfect.
And then try to make things the right way.
Exactly.
That way things will be better.
Honestly.
But you don't just have to say, the
way
things are going, let me just go with the flow. If you have to go with the flow, everything will be wrong at the end of the day.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
oh, yes.
we'll be living in chaos. And that is what is happening to the country.
That is what is happening.
It's a sad reality.
That is what is happening.
For the fact that things are not going normal, everybody feels that because things are not going normal,
let's just go with it.
We all have to be abnormal. If we all are abnormal at the end of the day, what will happen to our country? The country will end up sinking.
Oh, yeah.
It will end up sinking. And that is detrimental to all of us, to the generations to come, to our great-grandchildren that will come.
Sure.
They will find a Gambia that is in a mess. And we don't pray for that.
Honestly.
So as you rightly said, we have to put things back on track.
Yeah.
Even if things are
not going normal, let's just...
yes. They are not going as we expect them to go.
Yeah.
We try to do things as they expected. That way, we can have things back on track.
Yeah.
I support you on that statement.
Thank you so much for that.
I support that.
All right.
So, on a personal stance, I will jump a question for now.
Okay.
I'll come back to that. But on a personal stance, who is your biggest supporter?
Yeah.
In whatever you're doing. You have someone that tells you can do
financially or when it comes to
in
advice.
All facets, in all areas.
Okay. When it comes
you can talk about all of them.
Yeah. When it comes to advice, my dad is an exemplary. He is that person who's always asking me my next step. Yeah. And then when it comes to financial aspects, I have different people who used to help, and I have people who are currently helping. Yeah, my wife is an example of it. She's always trying to see how best I can change a step.
Good.
Always trying to see how best I can push up, I can change level. But then before her, I used to have individual neighbors who are always supporting me with the little thing I have. So
because we all need that. We all need those supports.
Honestly.
Here and there. Yes.
But then to make it clear, I've never received any support from any company or any let's just say government.
Yes.
Never in the Gambia. But then my support mostly comes from the outside. Because that was before. But it went to the extent I have not been receiving any support because it's difficult in everybody. So I have to take the lead myself.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. It's not easy.
Sure.
It's not easy. The struggle here with all of us, with you and all other youths out there that are doing their best. It's the same. The struggle is the same. Support.
Sure.
Support is our biggest problem here.
Yeah.
And one needs to give support to the likes of you. Yes, it has to be said. It has to be said. Like if somebody is trying their best to make change in people's lives, like in a bigger scale, for instance, you have to give them the support.
Sure.
Not just the moral support, but the financial support also for them to expand. Yes, because like gum drills now, how many machines do you have? Isn't it one?
Yeah, only one.
Thank you. If the support base was given to you people, you could have had more than one.
More than one?
You can have more than 5.
Yeah, honestly.
And it will expand the more. It will just make gum drill bigger.
Sure.
Yes, but the support is our biggest problem.
That's the
That's
problem.
the biggest stress for all of us here. Yeah, one needs to look into that. Like, it's an appeal to everybody watching. One needs to come to the aid of the youth that are trying. They're giving their best.
Yeah.
They're doing their best.
Sure.
They're trying. They're trying to make change in the country. They're trying in as much as they can, in whatever little way they can, to impact change. Like, to change the livelihood of their immediate family and the outside people. So, those people need support. Honestly. They need it.
Honestly.
They need it to expand. Expansion is important because if they expand, like, it's everybody's business. Like, if they have more than one drilling machines now, like, they can go up to Basse, drilling simultaneously. Honestly. But now if they're given a contract of a drill, they can just do it one at a time.
Sure.
Because it's just one driller that they have. They can drill one today, drill another one the next 5 days, because drilling is not easy.
No,
it's not one. Easy. It's not something that you can do like in 2 hours or 3 hours and be done.
Sure.
But if they have several machines and they have several contracts coming in at the same time, simultaneously, they can be drilling all over the place.
Sure.
And that will just bring about development the more.
Yeah.
So one needs to look into this support-based thing. One needs to support. Let's support our own. Let's support our youth that are trying, please. Yes, it's an appeal. I had to say that.
It's a very big problem for us.
You know, it's something that stresses me out when I see people trying and they don't have the support.
Sure.
It stresses me out because it's like they're doing everything. They're doing their quota, but everybody is sitting there as a spectator, even if they have the means. Let's see how he will go about it.
Sure.
And then how will he go about it if you don't support?
That's the problem.
That's the problem. It's a big problem.
It's a very big problem.
One needs to just address that.
Sure. Honestly.
One needs to address that. But it shall be well, inshallah. We just keep on trying.
We keep working hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe in the fact that you will keep on doing this.
Yeah.
And somebody else is also trying their best to just push it. No matter how or what you do, but then you're just doing your best.
Sure.
Inshallah, Allah will come to your aid.
Oh, thank you so much.
Allah will come.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So my next question is, what is your message to the people in authority about teaching and the art industry? You know, these two they're interrelated, but they're not of the same industries.
Yeah.
I believe you understand that.
Yeah.
The art industry have, I guess, their own Ministry of Arts and Culture. I don't know, something like that.
Yes.
Tourism is under Arts and Culture.
All right.
And again, teaching is under Ministry of Education, higher and basic education.
Yeah.
But the people in authority, what message will you tell them about this support base, about the teaching and about the art industry? I believe the teaching fraternity have their complaints. I know you know about it.
Very well.
Yes. And again, the art industry also have their own complaints.
Sure.
So I want you to talk about these two.
Okay. I want the Gambians to listen to me very well. Not using the heart, but the mind.
Yeah.
Currently, Gambia is at a stage where everybody jumps with any leg you prefer to use.
Yeah.
When it comes to the teaching fraternity, teachers are really suffering.
Yeah.
Really suffering. There was a day I tried to test my students by asking who wants to be a teacher. Not even one person.
None of them will respond.
Some saying, I want to be a minister, I want to be this, I want to be a lawyer, blah, blah, doctor knows whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because they are seeing how teachers that are teaching them in classes are suffering. Some even will be using one cloth for the whole year.
Yeah.
Because they cannot be changed.
They cannot.
And looking at the aspect of the ministers, I think only for an allowance of a minister can pay a teacher.
So.
While the teachers are the one building the country to any level it's supposed to reach. I'm very sorry to reveal this secret, but I want the government to try, maybe they are not aware of it, I can say. Let them go to the schools and see how much a teacher is paid. The qualified one and the unqualified one. The difference are just hundreds of dollars. Can that take care of a family?
No.
It can't. Teachers are at a stage where they don't even consider the money anymore. And when something happened at a workplace, mostly the workers are angry and it will reflect on their work. But no teacher will beat a student or will be very harsh on a student because the person has not been paid. Sometimes I even realize that there are teachers who will be struggling to be going to the ministry for more than 6 months without even receiving a kobo. They are trying to make sure that drawback is being refunded to them. Yeah. And sometimes it's not even what they work for is being given to them. Why is the government still sleeping and ignoring the teachers? Whenever they try to form demonstration or protest, they will try to see how best to confuse them by dividing them and ruling them so that it brings a very big fracas. Even if the teachers are sitting at home, they will not be able to do it. You see a teacher that is hiding, organizing an online class just to make sure those students will not fail. Let them try to consider this, the teachers, honestly. The ministry have to do something very big. Something, not even like trying to, they talk about 30%. Since it was mentioned up to today, no 30% was given. And the house rent has increased. Food, completely increased.
Transport
is increased. Where do you think this teacher will be able to get things? Before the end of the month, you have carried a very big loan that even your own salary cannot pay.
Yeah, cannot pay it. That's very true.
I think if I continue talking about this, people might think that I am really angry or I'm going out of consent.
It's not about
but
anger.
Honestly, the current government is not really helping completely. I was really angry. There was a day I was really upset. I wouldn't mind to say I was upset. When the Minister of Education, I don't know what, meet me in a class to humiliate me in front of my students. When I am not paid a very good money, but because I am doing it for my country. Even if I was not doing the right thing, there is a simple way to handle that situation. But not to humiliate me as I am nothing when the individual is sitting in her office, enjoying the AC. Even if you go to a school, you are paid an allowance for that.
Yeah. School
for us, we are just going to a classroom, standing the whole day and being paid something that, just imagine, I think we are paid $70 per month. I don't know how much. 70 euros.
Or even less than that.
Imagine a whole teacher being paid 70 euros. Where will you feed your family?
How?
Where will you be able to buy a compound?
Especially if you are a man.
Any teacher you see buying a compound is not from the salary. It is either the person is doing something. And it's only the teaching fraternity that nobody can corrupt. You cannot corrupt it.
No.
The moment you ask students money, parents are complaining to the principal.
No, you cannot corrupt.
You can't corrupt it.
There isn't anything that you can do dubiously in the teaching field.
Teaching field is the only system that you cannot corrupt.
It is.
Honestly. And I am not blaming any police officer that is corrupt. I'm going to say it here. If they want, let them blame me or say whatsoever. I don't care. I don't care. The government is the one corrupting every system. And they all have the right to be corrupt. Let them be corrupt. I don't give a damn to it. I know I'm not going to be corrupt. But how can a police officer be working throughout the day and your salary is not well paid? When the person only rely on that $50 and that $100 to make sure you have a transport to go back home, to make sure you are able to buy a bag of rice, to make sure you are able to buy that after before reaching home.
Yeah.
Honestly, we really have to think about this.
It's very difficult.
We really have to think about this, and the government have to do something. Pay good salaries to the workers. Do not take them as slaves. That money you are keeping does not belong to you. Give it to the people it belongs to. Pay them well and see whether you will not be able to control the corruption. If you are paying me, let's say 10,000 or 15,000 or 30,000 per month, do you think somebody can corrupt me with dollars or $100?
Nobody can bribe you.
Please let's check this properly. The truth is always hard, but we have to think about it. We are all youngsters, but we have no hope for this country.
It's very bitter.
No hope for this country. My very self, I have been trying, people, ML try to go out, blah, blah. I said no. But currently, I am completely discouraged.
Yeah. It makes you discouraged.
The moment I have a visa, I am out of this country. I know people will be disappointed. But when I have a visa, I'm leaving this country.
Yeah. This is what is making
because there is no hope. Help the youngsters. Give them hope. Give them the reason why they should stay in their country.
Why they should stay.
Give them the reason why others will say, the family Gambia dara mu fa happen legi youth yange. Let them, you see people coming back.
Yeah.
In their countries, you will even see people leaving their countries to come and earn.
Back, yeah. That's very true.
But you, the only person on that seat, you want to enjoy everything and then you want to be using superiority against people. While you are not doing anything, the worker is not respected. The worker is not staying with his family. Let me just cut it there so we can continue with another agenda.
Those are good points. Those are good points that you pointed out there, Lamin.
Sure.
I would just have to add my voice to it for the fact that it's not just encouraging to see youths trying their best, contributing their quota and everything, and they are not being encouraged. Instead, what they have is a backlash, like to come and to be trying to discourage you from what you're doing. Because honestly, I call it discouragement.
It's discouragement.
Like you cannot just come into somebody's domain and trying to correct the person in the wrong way.
Honestly, that was wrong.
Two wrongs cannot make a right.
That was wrong. That's the reason.
Two wrongs cannot make a right.
Yeah.
Like if you have someone doing the wrong thing, there is a way to everything. You call the person at the side, try to rectify him or her, but not just doing it openly. Like it's like what he's doing is rubbish. Somebody that is sacrificing his time and energy.
Then everything.
And everything.
Yeah. I can give this example.
Yeah.
Just day before yesterday, I was with my two brothers. I can say workers that I already employed.
Okay.
I also have a production team that I'm calling some people, and then we don't have materials, but the little thing we have, we are trying to manage with it.
Yes.
So they are working with me.
Okay.
We were around Tipagaras, and then there was this boy who stole one of our phones, and then after he stole it, we were trying to get the phone from him. He was saying, Suneke man ma sacha phone bi, anga tidak sumaya. The person was saying all sort of words. I told them, Bulen Kodor. People start bringing stones to beat him. I said, no, Bulen Kodor. Some people already beat him. Yeah. Then what I did is I took him to a private place. I keep asking this man. He refused.
He refused to talk.
Until we have to make sure that we allow other people to beat him. Then he was completely, then he said, okay, I will tell you where the phone is. When I asked him why, I posted that on TikTok. Yes. I don't care. Let them come for me. If they want, let them say I was the person who beat. I don't mind, because I understand the state of the country. You get it? The ones that are right are jailed, and the ones that are wrong are working freely. Yeah. So when I asked this person, when I'm nyari dom, mangi am jabar, dama buga dem luma jende seralak. And he told us that there is a place where the phone is. So we went to that place. I paid town trip.
Oh my God.
Twice. We couldn't locate the phone. And we took the person to the police. The person was telling me, take me to the police, take me to the police. When I took the person to the police officer was saying, and then the person was now laughing at me that I took him to the police.
Oh my God.
And that mobile phone, we cannot recover it.
You cannot.
I have to tell my worker, I don't know where I'm going to get the money, but I'm going to buy you a brand new mobile phone.
Yeah.
So just to make sure this is at ease, let the people go back and then observe how the situation of others are, so that the country will move forward.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Some people are in a very critical situation.
Yeah.
Like things are there that prompts them to do things that you cannot even tell.
Honestly.
Yeah. That's why it's just sad. It's just sad the way how things are going. Like I'll really just quote from my previous invited guest, Madam Bojang.
Yeah.
Yes, he pointed something out when I met her last week that some Gambians have been deported back to the country. I told her this. I told her, well, if it goes to a point whereby other countries say they don't need our people there, then one needs to look into our country.
Honestly.
Yeah. So if it goes to that point whereby other countries are deporting our youths, because just 2 days ago I know of a neighbor whose son was deported from Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a very sad day in that household. It's like they had a funeral. Yeah, the boy is there, he's acting crazy and all that on them. And there's nothing one can do. There's nothing one can do. And it's the sad reality that we're faced with. Like, the Gambia needs to look into retaining our youths. To stop them from leaving. Like you rightly said, when you see the visa on your table, you're leaving.
I'm going.
And
Let me say
somebody else would say that. Somebody else would say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm still young. I want to go and at least study something.
The world.
Yeah, I want
to go and look for greener pastures.
Honestly.
Because the Gambia is not promising to you.
Sure.
So there is always a reason that is pushing people out.
Yeah.
There is always a reason.
Sure.
Everybody that has taken up their bag, picked up a passport with a visa to go to the airport is prompted by a reason.
Honestly.
If everything was rosy in their home, in their house, in the country, they wouldn't do that.
Sure.
But things are not rosy. Things are not promising. They are not promising. Like you rightly say, a Gambian salary cannot buy you a house.
No.
A Gambian salary cannot buy you a car. A Gambian salary cannot buy you your necessities. Even the basic needs is a struggle.
Yeah.
Daily food is a struggle now for people.
Sure. It's a very big struggle.
The basic needs is the struggle. It's the biggest struggle. So how about the luxuries? We are not even thinking about luxuries anymore. If the basic needs are giving us trouble to settle as a family, as a family. Sure. You're not only thinking about yourself, but you're thinking about your kids. You're thinking about your nieces. You're thinking about your nephews. You're thinking about your siblings. You're thinking about your mom and dad. Everybody has that at the back of their minds.
Honestly.
How to settle those people. Because if your mom and dad pays for you to go to school, your wish and your aim is to give back to them. No matter how small it is. My dad used to say, I did not take you to school for you to give me anything, but to be able to take care of yourself. But how about if you're going to take care of yourself now?
It's a very big problem.
What is the use of going to school? What?
It has no use.
It has no use.
In fact, I am seeing this. there will be time people will no more go to school.
That's it.
They only think about how to make money.
How to make money. And that's the generation that we are in. In fact, that's what we are in. I've seen this youth, this small boy. You cannot even call him a youth yet because he's not even up to 15. He's around 14, 13. He's a school-going age. I stopped him in the street and I asked him, why are you following these cars? You're supposed to be in school. This boy does not go to school. His mom complains to me all the time that this boy dodges away from school. All the time. So I met up with him and he was even trying to avoid me, but I told him, come. Why don't you go to school and you stop following these cars? He tells me, going to school has no use for me. I want to make money.
That's it.
That's what he told me. He says, I want to make money and try to settle things in my house. If I go to school, that money, before I have it, it is in the next 10 years. He told me that point blank. I was dumbfounded. I did not know what to tell him. And I went back to his mom to try to explain things to her, to make things easy with the boy. Because if you do it haphazardly, you're going to lose everything.
Honestly.
Yeah, because sending him out of the house for not going to school is not going to solve the problem. Because he was sent out of the house and he decided to go and start with the driver of the van that he's doing apprentice with.
You see?
And the driver hosted him.
Yeah. Why not?
Because he's helping him.
Sure.
It's like practically he's his employee. So if your employee comes to you for shelter, you shelter him.
Why not? You will shelter him.
So it's a problem. As you rightly said, there will come a time the kids will no longer be interested in schooling.
I'm seeing that.
What they will be interested in is making money. How to make money, how to make ends meet. Because livelihood is getting more difficult by the day.
It's going to be a big problem for a student, for a youngster to wear uniform and then carry a bag to go to school. Especially sitting for more than 4 hours or 5 hours. They will see that as a time wasting. Yeah, it's going to be a time wasting.
As a time waste. You're right. You're right. When there are other means for you to have money.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Sure.
If we are faced with that, we have a big problem in our hands.
Sure.
Because the youths are our future.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, they are the future of the country. So if everybody is doing things laissez-faire attitudely, and then everybody is doing things as they wish, and then they don't follow the norms anymore, they don't care about the norms anymore, it's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a very big problem.
A very big problem.
Very, very big one.
So as you said, the authorities need to look into that.
Yeah, honestly.
They need to. And they need to also look into the lives of the art industry.
Yeah, I want to come to that.
Yes, the art industry.
That is the art.
Yeah.
It's also another big problem. You see, all the areas that empowers youth
have been neglected.
And then, it's not helping.
Yeah.
Currently, everybody wants to be a musician. Not because the country is helping, but because the people are coming out to buy their tickets.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to do something that dealt with arts. Not because the government has created a platform where they can go and get in something as a support, but because they believe it can give them something tomorrow. Yeah. Why not the government observe that area and also brings it? But then I have this also on that side. During this COVID-19, there were COVID funds been given to some people, especially the arts and culture, that I wouldn't mind to mention. What they did is like, when they realized that the money was there, even the ones who registered couldn't have the money. They can even call a family member and tell you, come and register, claim that you are this artist so that you can have from this money. Not even the person is always paying his money. When I said it in on particular, let's say we had an occasion and I faced the person that I think was among the people that I believe was not doing the right.
Yeah.
When I was talking, everybody was saying, hey, you are But after from there, I left. I went to pray.
Yeah.
Somebody told me what they all said behind me. That is sometimes you try to fight for everyone and then later they try to switch to fight you.
Yeah.
Now, arts and culture. Arts and culture. I think if I can remember, it was Ahmad Ba who was still leading as the minister.
He was the minister, yeah.
Ahmad Ba is only interested in culture, not arts.
Okay.
All of his activities are running through the culture, hotels and others. There's nothing that Ahmad Ba is doing that involves the arts strictly.
Okay.
So I believe it's high time let them look into that portion to bring in somebody who works in the art field strictly and give the person the role to lead. Let them separate it. Let him take care of the culture. That is his interest. That is his area. That's what he knows. Somebody else who knows the arts very well also to take care of art. At least when somebody is taking care of what you know, you will have sympathy because you know how people feel in that area. So my advice is let the government try to see how best to separate these two bodies. Okay. At least it will help. Yeah, that would be a solution. You're right. Yeah, it's a solution, honestly, if they observe it well. For the fact that it's arts and culture, if the people in authority rather, I would say, are so much focused into the culture aspect, then the art tends to be neglected. Yeah, that's right. That's what you're saying. Culture and the culture part is being empowered and all that. Yeah. But the art side is being ignored. Yeah, completely ignored. Nothing is coming in or going out. It's completely ignored. And that will make the art die down. Because the art needs to be revived. The art also is a big tourist attraction. Yeah. It's a big tourist attraction. Because the art is using art. Yes. Using culture. Yeah. You know, to make sure it is being portrayed. Yeah. If somebody wants to visit the country, can go through the movies or acting whatsoever, they will see the culture through that. See the culture so let them try to see how best to help people with that. You're right. You're right. Yeah, honestly. So the art is also very important. Sure. It's very important. That very, very important. Into their lives, especially the artists, performing and visual artists. And then they try to see how to empower them too to make things bigger. Sure, sure. So we have very good artists here. Yeah. We have performing artists that are very good, and we have also visual artists that are very good. Sure. Because I know of painters that are very excellent in what they do. Oh yes, oh yes. Yeah, I know of photographers that are very excellent in what they do. Oh yes. There are other sculptures and the like that are very excellent in whatever little thing they do. So they need that empowerment at least to also make ends meet for their families. I will just add this. Yeah. You mentioned photographers, and you also mentioned painters. Painters, yeah. Let me just go into this. There is this youngster, or just say IG. Her name is IG Studio. Sorry, IG. Okay. And then she did this photographing. If you go to my house right now, you see a very big portrait made by her. Okay. When she was trying to do. Was that was hung at Alliance? Yes. Okay. But then she's not having any support. Yeah, that's it. You know, that's the problem. Personal people might support her, but she's not having anybody, support, to empower her. Yeah, she's doing well. That girl can even be representing the country. Very good one. Very good. She made more than 20 of them, all from her own pocket and the people that are supporting her. Oh my God! I think the government have to try to be going surprisingly to check on the youths what they are doing. That is going to attract others to come in. Yeah. No, that's the crazy. Problem. You know, the problem here is it just clicks my mind that here, if you're connected, you do things right. Yes. If you're not connected, you struggle on your own. You suffer. That's the problem with this country. I said it. That's it. So if you don't know people that are top there at the top brass, you struggle like me and you here. Even when supports are in. Yes. If you go for, they will say, let's be the face. Yes. The ones we are supporting now, it's finished. When you don't have a family member who could help you, or for us boys, you have to know someone. People are not interested on us. Yeah. Sorry, yes. But then realizing that if you are beautiful, somebody else might see you and say, no problem, and if you don't do what they want you to do, they will give the support. Yeah, that's it. That is a point that I can stand on strongly to reaffirm that that's something that is killing the spirit of many people. I know. I received for a job, and as a lady, somebody will want to take advantage of you as a result of before supporting you for that job. If you don't agree to what they wish, that's it. You don't have the job. No, you don't have the job. That's the problem with the Gambia. It's happening. It's very rampant here. Yeah. So you have to dance to their tunes for you to be given the job. And it's not everybody that will dance to their tunes. No. So some people have their dignities to safeguard. And then I will say this: those that are dancing to their tunes will not be even later serious. They will not be even serious. No matter how good the person was, the person will not be serious anymore. Yeah. If you receive something because somebody is sorry, or because you have done something, you will not have blessing on that thing you are doing. Yeah, you are right. No, you will not have it. It wouldn't be blessed. Yeah, I'm blessed. So at the end of the day, you are just there. And there will be no impact. There will be no impact. So it's sad. It's sad. Really sad. It's really sad.
We have a whole lot of things to settle here.
So,
but then
country is crazy.
Life goes on. Life goes on. We just try.
We just keep trying.
Yeah, we try and keep our heads high. Like
sure.
It's not everybody that they can corrupt, as you rightly said.
Yeah,
they cannot corrupt everybody. No matter how hard things are, some people are there that has their dignities to safeguard. Some people are there that do not take any nonsense from anybody. So,
honestly.
And then God will help us do things as we plan.
Sure.
Inshallah.
Sure.
So we are drawing to the tail end of the program, but then we have one or two questions to sort out.
All right.
I'll just have to remind the viewers that we have Lamin Sowe on our platform today on issues of educational development, and it's a teacher-student conversation, I will call it.
Yes.
But it's at a different level.
Sure.
Yeah, at a different setting, I will say. We were teacher and student, but today we are partners in development. Yes.
Such is life.
So you see the dynamity of life, like how things can change, how things can unfold.
Sure.
And then today I cannot tell people that he's still my student. He was my student, is what I would say.
And I'm proud to be.
Yes.
I'm really proud of you.
He's that somebody that supports my every step.
Yeah.
That I'm also proud to say. Everything he sees me embark on, he's there to support me full time, and that is something that I'm also proud to say. That
thank you so much.
It's my student that donated me this, or it's my student that gave me this. Because even at my book launching, he donated me secretly.
No,
you don't want people to know.
Don't mention this.
Yes, I have to say it. I say it openly everywhere. It's not every student that I taught that would give back.
Yeah.
I taught a lot of people. I have been in the field for 12 years now. So 12 years is not 12 days.
Sure.
So it's a lot of students that I came across in my field as a teacher. But then it's not everybody that is also acknowledging and supportive and I will call it reciprocal and welcoming like Modou Lamin. Anywhere he sees me, he will stop everything that he's doing and tell people he's my teacher.
Sure.
And that is something that gives me pride too. No matter how small I am.
I'm proud of you, honestly.
No matter how small I am,
sure.
I take pride in the likes of him to call him my former student, because he's always supporting me and giving me a go ahead in whatever I am doing. And I'll thank you again for that. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Allah will bless whatever you're doing, inshallah.
Thanks,
because I know that you're somebody that supports your parents, and if you support your parents, you do better things.
Sure.
Nothing can stop you, inshallah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, nothing can stop you. So my next question to you, it's almost the last question though.
Okay, all right.
That is, how do you handle public backlashes or criticism? Because it's something that is disturbing all of us.
Yes.
We have public, private criticism is constructive.
Yeah.
If I see you're doing something, Modou Lamin, I'll take your number and call you. Modou Lamin, what you're doing is not right.
Yeah.
Do this, do that. Or you see me doing something, you call me, my teacher, you're doing something there, but I think you should do this, that, and that. Put your fingers on this, that, and that.
Yeah.
I'll understand that that's a constructive criticism. You're trying to criticize me to do better. You're trying to make me realize my mistakes to make change. But how about if somebody comes openly and tells you, you go and sit down, you're not doing anything? How do you handle those kind of things?
Yeah.
So we all do have that.
Yes. This is one of the, let me just say, it's a heavy question.
Yes.
When I started newly, by then I was not that much open.
Yeah.
It was really disturbing me.
I know.
But now I take it as you cannot have it all.
Yeah.
No,
it's not
some
possible.
will support and others will not support.
Thank you.
Some will see it as wrong and others will see it as right. But anybody that gives you a comment, try to observe the comment well and learn from it. Even if somebody insults you directly, sometimes it happens.
Yeah, it does.
People just insult you without doing anything.
Yes.
But you just have to make sure you hold that and then look at it well, so that you'll be able to, if it is wrong, you will know.
Yes.
If it is right, you will know.
Yeah.
And my boss used to tell me this. If you do something that everybody said is correct, leave it.
Leave it.
It's not correct. But if some say it is good, others say it is bad, you still have hope on it.
Yeah.
No. And the country has reached to a level when you are not criticized, know that you are not doing good.
Yeah.
And even the generation itself, right, don't have attention.
You're right.
You know,
that's very true.
When there's wrong,
yes.
you have more attention.
It's negativity that attracts people.
That's it. People don't want to see good things.
That's the generation that we are living in.
They want to see bad.
If you do the negative here, if we say something bad here today,
sure.
The next minute we are all over the place.
Honestly.
Yeah, but
right now,
the fact that we are okay. They don't even have interest.
They don't even have interest to.
Yeah.
But if this was something very bad, negative, everybody will be talking about it tomorrow. Hey, this is what happened. It all over blah blah. You will even beg people to share your things because it's good. Yes. But when it is bad, don't beg anybody. They will be happily sharing it. They will be sending it to people. Honestly. You will see one person sending to 100 people. Have you seen this? It's crazy. Have you seen this rubbish? And then at the end of the day, that wouldn't add any value to your life. Sure. Yeah, but then that's why there are some like people, individual, if they want to get attention, they start from doing bad and everybody talk, and later they start bringing in what they start bringing the agenda. The agenda, yeah. You know? So if you start from the good things, yeah. Like I can just say myself, yeah, because I am not having that media attention, yes, because I believe I am just following the right. Yes. But any day I do something stupid or crazy, yeah, the whole world will talk about. Everybody will know you. Honestly, that will be the day of your publicity. Everybody will say ML, you know. In one instant, ML will be all over the place. Sure. So I'm trying my best to see how best to handle such situations. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Honestly, you're right. So public backlash is one of the most difficult things that we face with as media people. Yeah. Yeah. If you are somebody that is appearing on the media, know that your life is on a time bomb. Oh yeah. That's what I say. I tell my mother any day I go out, pray for me that make I don't make any mistake. Sure. So if I step out, I tell her, "Mother, mistake." She said, "What kind of mistake?" I tell her if I make a mistake, I'll be done. Because I'll be all over the world, and then that would be very bad. You would not even want to show your face again. Sure. So it's a risk that we all are taking by appearing on the media. But then Allah is our guide. As long as Allah is our guide, then I think we will not be led astray, inshallah. Oh yeah. So on a final note, what is your final remark to the people watching you, and then you can also give a vote of thanks to everybody that you wish to thank. All right. The thank goes to you. Okay. That's appreciated. And then the Fine TV. Yeah, you're welcome. I have been watching Fine TV. The only thing I see is empowering youngsters. Yeah. I want the sponsors to come in and make Fine TV a Fine TV. Yeah. You people are very confident by calling yourself a Fine TV. But I believe it will be fine when things are fine. Yeah, so. Right. I'm just praying it becomes better some days, and these are things we need. Yeah. I wish to see myself on this platform again. Inshallah. On a different level. Different level. For inshallah. Sure. We put a track on the people that we yes. Sponsors should come in. Fine TV is really doing good. Yeah. And then this is the appreciation I have. Okay. For the audience, I am telling you that we are all a part of this. Yeah. Gambia is for everybody. Gambia, is a country of peace, and it's a country that everybody might benefit. You don't go to a place where you see people saying today we don't have lunch whatsoever. Even if you don't have it, you have better people to help you. But then let politics not divide us. Politics is really dividing this country. It is bringing tribal lines, though people are saying there's no tribalism, blah, 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 but there is a big tribalism. So it's all because of politics. And the reason the country is not going forward is when somebody is doing good, the person who sees himself as an opposition is trying to put in stones and gravels on top of what the other person is doing. Now it's time for work. The election is gone. Yeah. Let's come together as a Gambia and build the Gambia. Yeah. That's my advice, and I am thanking you all. This was your brother, Sean, and then maybe grandfather to some people. But Lamin Sowe. Yeah. We're happy that you granted our interview, and then the discussion was a fruitful one. I'm very happy and very proud to have hosted you on this platform, because I think you're also doing your quota in the development of the country. So I said this is a must that he has to come. Sure. Yeah, I'm very happy that you could make it. Oh, thank you so much. I'm proud of all the points that you pointed out here. Yeah. Yes.
we just say hello to Mr. Sowe.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Sowe, hello, and then thank you for everything. I know I didn't have the chance to tell him thank you because before I could know, he was out of my sight. He moved to another school and left me there.
Honestly,
so I didn't have the chance to thank him properly, but he did also impacted in my life. When I was a teacher trainee, I was posted directly under him. He was my mentor.
Oh,
so that is something that he put in me that I will never forget too.
Oh, thanks a lot.
So it just goes a long way in also trying to impact in giving back to his son, because I also taught his sons.
Yeah, honestly, sure.
And then it just shows that we are a bigger circle. We are all, what life goes like a circle. Like you go through someone today, and then maybe tomorrow, his son can go through you. So that's it. So I respect this union. I respect it very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So viewers, we've come to the tail end of the program. Yeah. We say a big thank you to each and every one of you that is following and liking and then commenting. We appreciate the support. As he rightly said, we need the support. We also need the support that is by sponsoring the program or sponsoring the TV to have bigger programs, to go into the public, to do public outreach and the like. All that can be possible with the support of the general population.
Oh, yes.
Everybody that has the means can come forward and support us. We appreciate every little support that you might be giving us, or even moral support, because some people will call you at the side and tell you you're doing well. Even those kind of supports are well appreciated. And then we appreciate the support of the people also that will give you a dress and tell you put this on. This dress was given to me by my daughter. It's my sister's daughter from the UK that brought me the dress and told me, wear it to your TV program. Sure. So I say thank you to Ajibintu Fofana, Mrs. Fati, I call her. So she's the one that keeps on giving me goodies from the UK. So anything from the UK is from her.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
Yes, a special thank you to her. And a special thank you to my family for always praying for me, for always supporting me. As I said, whenever I leave the house, I tell my mother, pray for me. Sure. So that I don't make a mistake. So with their prayers, the support of my family and everybody else that is watching, my friends at large, everyone that says, keep on going no matter how hard it is, we appreciate everything. Yeah. And it's a goodbye from me. Till we come your way some other day. I've been your host, Raki Jala.
Bye.